let's go. Oh! He killed him! He killed him! Oh my gosh! He knocked him out cold! I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this sport, bro? Sean O'Malley got subbed by Marab? Since when is this guy's submission threat? Come on. He's dead! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! What'd I say? What'd I say? What did I say? Hey, let's go. Oh! He killed him! He killed him! Oh my gosh! He knocked him out cold! I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this sport, bro? Sean O'Malley got subbed by Marab? Since when is this guy's submission threat? Come on. He's dead! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! What'd I say? What'd I say? What did I say? Hey, let's go. Oh! He killed him! He killed him! Oh my gosh! He knocked him out cold! I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this sport, bro? Sean O'Malley got subbed by Marab? Since when is this guy's submission threat? Come on. He's dead! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! What'd I say? What'd I say? What did I say? Hey, let's go. Oh! He killed him! He killed him! Oh my gosh! He knocked him out cold! I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this sport, bro? Sean O'Malley got subbed by Marab? Since when is this guy's submission threat? Come on. He's dead! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! What'd I say? What'd I say? What did I say? Hey, let's go. Oh! He killed him! He killed him! Oh my gosh! He knocked him out cold! I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this sport, bro? Sean O'Malley got subbed by Marab? Since when is this guy's submission threat? Come on. He's dead! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! What'd I say? What'd I say? What did I say? Hey, let's go. Oh! He killed him! He killed him! Oh my gosh! He knocked him out cold! I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this sport, bro? Sean O'Malley got subbed by Marab? Since when is this guy's submission threat? Come on. He's dead! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! What'd I say? What'd I say? What did I say? Hey, let's go. Oh! He killed him! He killed him! Oh my gosh! He knocked him out cold! I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this sport, bro? Sean O'Malley got subbed by Marab? Since when is this guy's submission threat? Come on. He's dead! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! What'd I say? What'd I say? What did I say? Hey, let's go. Oh! He killed him! He killed him! Oh my gosh! He knocked him out cold! I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this sport, bro? Sean O'Malley got subbed by Marab? Since when is this guy's submission threat? Come on. He's dead. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, what time? How long did that take? Alright, when this guy was going, man. Jesus. Alright, let me write down when it started. What, 5:25? 5:25 is when the stream started. No. Okay. Okay. That hairline is not even bad at all. Not in the slightest. This is bad. This is literally like, bro. No, you can't even try to play that hairline game with me, because at the end of the day, the amount of, you can't lie to me. You can't lie to me when I see it. When I see my hairline every day, dude. You can't at least not Terrence Crawford hairline. We'll get into that later. How you guys doing, man? Noah, Alma, Cherry, Ooh. Good content. Keep going. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks, bro. But the plan is today to go over. What's up, email? The plan is to go over the fights to how the featherweight division should shape out, because I feel like right now it's kind of in like a bad state, and I don't want to make a video about it because it's like, I just feel like sometimes making these like sometimes these videos are just too current, right? And then a week passes, and then, you know, there's already other fights that are booked, other fights that happen. So I think the live stream version of it is the best route to go on. I joined and you said ooh, what the fuck? That's because someone's name, because his name is Uwu in the name. It's MMA Uwu, but I'm not saying the MMA Uwu. I'm doing good, and yourself? Alright, bro. That's good. I'm doing good too. Yeah, dude, we'll get into the Terrence Crawford Canelo fight, but first off, let's talk how we want 145 to shape up. Let's move everything over. Let's move all this over to the other side so we can really get into the details. On let me zoom in a little bit. Oh, Jesus. Every time, bro. Every time. Can't move to the left or right. Okay, well, that don't work. Okay, that should be good enough. Alright. Okay. So, this is the current shape of the featherweight division. So, we got 15 Giga Chikadze, who we haven't seen much of. We really haven't seen much of. Let's look at his fight history. So, he lost to Allen. That was actually a pretty decently close fight, but Allen won unanimously. He lost to David Onama. He's not in the UFC anymore. Lost to Cater brutally. Beat Barboza, and this was very, very long time ago by the time we get to there. So he's had one fight a year for the past 4 years. And he's off a loss, which is interesting. So we got Chikadze, once a prospect, no longer. Ige coming off a loss to Pitbull. Before that, beat Woodson, lost to Murphy, lost to Lopez, beat Philly, lost to Ige. Onama coming off a win over Giga Chikadze. But other than that, have we really seen him fight we haven't seen him fight any of these top contenders. I mean, lost to Nate Landwehr. I mean, come on. How are you ranked and you lost to Nate Landwehr? That's pretty rough. Steve Garcia, he's on a huge streak. Win over Calvin Kattar in his last fight. Beat Kyle Nelson, Duhu Choi, Marie Quazel, Costa. He's on a huge win streak. Hooper, right? So he's beating all these guys except for Marisha Tate. But recently, since 2022, he's been on a big streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fight win streak, man. He's in an interesting place. Pitbull lost, or BD Gay lost to Yair. John Silva coming off a loss to Lopez. Yusuf Zalal beat Calvin Kattar. Josh Emmett lost to Lerone Murphy. Lost to, this guy's just not active at all. Holy. Brian Ortega, losses. How do you think Steve Garcia's John Silva goes? We'll go into that. Kenny owns my family. He does not. Brian Ortega, Arnold Allen beat Giga in his last fight. Lost to Evloev, lost to Max. Before that, he was on a little bit of a streak. That win over Dan Hooker has aged so beautifully. Actual beautiful win. Kenny works for Dag. Yeah, one day he will, bro, for sure. Aljo lost to Movzar. Beat Brian Ortega. Beat Calvin Kattar. Calvin Kattar is no longer in the rankings. So a lot of these guys wins. Dude, a lot of these guys have not fought each other, which is crazy, I feel. These guys, the 145, there will be a shift soon. The big shift at 145 is upon us. The great shift of featherweight is upon us. Then Lerone Murphy beat Aaron Pico, beat Josh Emmett, beat Dan Ige. Yes, he beat Dan Ige. Then Yair, obviously, lost to Volk, lost to Brian, beat. Dude, how is Yair number 3? Beat Pitbull, lost Ortega, lost to Volk, beat Josh Emmett, beat Brian Ortega in 2022, lost to how is he still in the rankings? Then obviously we got Diego Lopez, Movzar. Diego already mogged Kenny Okoye. Dude, I mog bad. I mog bad, dude. Calvin Kattar got robbed by Steve Garcia, totally not rage bait. Yeah, robbed. Was that a finish? No, it was the unanimous decision. He dropped him though, right? He dropped him. Kind of beat up on him. But Calvin Kattar isn't the guy he once was. So, how shall we matchmake the UFC? I feel like we got to start from the top and kind of work our way down. Okay, so Volkanovski is the champion, right? He's on a 1-fight win streak, which is crazy as a champion. Absolutely absurd. 1-fight win streak. Who should be? We've never seen Dag in Dagestan, yet Kenny lives there with us. Bro, I'm in Dagestan. What are you talking about? Do you know Dagestan was actually named after me? Where do you think Dag from Dagestan even came from? They named Dagestan because of me. Come from a long lineage of Dags. You cracked Trace Cortez yesterday? Yeah, you wish, bro. Kenny got caught. Dag got dominated. By who? I didn't get dominated. All right, I'll go back to the chats. But we got to think about this. We got to think long and hard about this. Super long, super hard. Volkanovski. Who is Volkanovski going to be taking on as his first title defense? So we look at the top 5. There's definitely some contenders. We don't want to go outside the top 5 for Volkanovski. We need some legit. We need Volk to have a real test, a fight where we can actually promote it, right? A fight where there's some suspense. I kind of want a guy who has knockout power to fight Volkanovski. I really want it to be John Silva, but unfortunately, Diego Lopez set us back. We'll talk about John Silva and the fighters later on, but Volkanovski, man, who should Volkanovski take on? No power punchers at the top of the top 5. No power punchers. Nobody who has an inch of power. Yeah, Yair Rodriguez has power, but he lost to Volk and he's on a 1-fight win streak over Patricio Pitbull. So we got to cross Yair out. We got to cross Diego Lopez out because they just fought. That leaves us with Movzar, Lerone Murphy, Aljamain Sterling. Got to cross out Aljo because Movzar beat Aljo. You cannot give Aljo a title shot over Movzar when they have fought. Movzar won. So that leaves us with Movzar and Lerone Murphy. Lerone Murphy is coming off a better win, a KO win. Yes, it was against somebody who's never won a fight in the UFC, but it was a beautiful finish, spinning elbow finish over Aaron Pico. And Movzar hasn't been active. I mean, when was the last time he fought? He fought Sterling so basically at the start of this year, end of last year. That must have been, what was that? Was that 307? No way. Would have been before 309. So was that 308? It might have been 308. Might have been 308. I forget. But it was a while ago. And because of that, I'm probably going to do Lerone Murphy versus Volkanovski. I think this is the fight to make. I think this is the fight we need to see. We will also put it on you. We need to put it soon. Lerone Murphy, short notice fight, and he looked really good. So Volkanovski hasn't fought since UFC 314. So that's quite a while ago, I feel. You know, Diego Lopez got a shot. It's 310, you casual. Oops, my bad. But I'm doing Lerone Murphy, Volkanovski, UFC 320. 320. What's 323? Do we know what UFC 323 is? Bruh. Switch it up. UFC 323. That's end of year. That's in Las Vegas. Okay, that's perfect. That's actually perfect. We'll do Volk versus Lerone Murphy, 323. That's a great fight. That leaves us with Diego Lopez, Movsar Yair, Aljo. Let's go Aljo versus Yair. Let's go Yair versus Aljo. That's going to be in a bit. Maybe their timelines don't make sense. Yair did fight quite a bit ago. But I think Yair's the type of guy to genuinely want to sit out, prefer to sit out, kind of linger around. But I'll do Lerone versus Aljo. Let's go Diego Lopez versus... No, let's go Movsar Yair. They're kind of on the same timeline. Let's go Diego Lopez, Aljamain Sterling. They're kind of on the same timeline. They both just fought. Yair and Evloev have been out for a while. So let's do that. Movsar, Yair, Lopez, Sterling, Murphy, Alex. We'll do Arnold Allen versus... Let's go Arnold Allen versus Yusuf Zalal. That's a banger fight. Arnold Allen, Yusuf Zalal in the UK. I think there's going to be... Yusuf Zalal's Muslim, so it's practically no hometown advantage, right? There's just so many Muslim guys in the UK. So Yusuf Zalal might be honestly a favorite, hometown favorite in Arnold Allen's hometown. Let's do that on a UK card, right? A UK fight night. That would be a banger. That makes sense because stylistically, both these guys kind of represent the new wave. Then that leaves us with Brian Ortega versus Josh Emmett. I think we got to put Brian Ortega out of his misery. Let's KO Brian Ortega. The only problem is Josh Emmett has not fought in quite a while. So their timelines don't make sense, but Josh Emmett only fights once a year. And he's old, so I think the time off of him to rest, recover, heal is good. And against Brian Ortega, that could be like a main card, third fight down, maybe, or like a main card opener, because that would be a banger. That would get everybody to, Yusuf Zalal already going to fight him? Really? Oh, shit, it is. Upcoming fight, Emmett Zalal. Ah, shit. Okay. Yusuf Zalal, Josh Emmett, Arnold Allen, Brian Ortega. But Arnold Allen, no, you can't do that. Brian Ortega is not on that timing. Arnold Allen versus maybe a Steve Garcia. Could you give Steve Garcia that much of a bump up against Arnold Allen? Arnold Allen might not like that, but I think that's a decent fight to make. I don't want to do Pitbull. I think Pitbull needs to fight someone else. Let's go Steve Garcia, Arnold Allen, Josh Yusuf, Brian Ortega versus Brian Ortega. We need to give Brian Ortega something. I guess we could do Brian versus Allen. Brian Ortega versus Arnold Allen. Josh Emmett, Yusuf Zalal. Those are 6 and 7, 8 and 9. Jean Silva. Steve Garcia. I think Steve Garcia has hype to him. And if he beats Jean Silva, adds to the hype. If John Silva beats Steve Garcia, he's back in the picture. And Steve Garcia is a guy who kind of has his chin open. Onama Chikadze too? Hell no. Okay. John Silva, Steve Garcia. But the thing is, Steve Garcia might want a quicker turnaround. He might want a quicker turnaround. And I kind of want to see... I can't see Steve Garcia fight down in the rankings yet again. Or not again, but, you know, it doesn't make sense for him to fight down in the rankings. Let's go Pitbull versus someone who's like a 145 prospect. Who's a prospect of 145? I don't know. Maybe Pitbull versus Giga Chikadze? But Pitbull, I mean, when you're dealing with Pitbull, I feel like you got an ego problem with Pitbull. Maybe you do the best of the B leagues. Maybe you do Pitbull versus Aaron Pico. Pitbull, Aaron Pico, Steve Garcia, David Onama. That's fire. Steve Garcia, David Onama, 12 and 13. Dan Ige, coming off a loss. Who should he fight? Who's somebody that Dan Ige should fight? Dan Ige. Let's take a look at the rankings. UFC 145. Rankings. Topology. All right. Let's take a look outside the rankings. All right. So, Dan Ige should fight Shepe Mariscal. Shepe Mariscal. That's fire. That's fire. Pat Sabatini's this high in the rankings? Beat Joe Anderson Brito. Then Calvin Kattar. I mean, bro. Calvin Kattar, Sean Woodson. You could honestly do like these guys who are. I want to see Mariquazel Acosta get a shot. I want to see him fight someone higher up. Maybe Mariquazel Acosta versus Calvin Kattar. William Gomez versus David Onama. David Onama. That works. That works. I think those are banger rankings. I think those are bangers. I think the 145 division has been solved. We have fixed it. Now it's time to read the chats. Onama should fight Volk. You're hilarious. Movzar serious power, strongest hands in Russia. Nice. Why Onama Volk? I want to choose Onama by KO in first round. Onama Volk? Why you guys talking about Onama Volk? Stop it. Can't believe they robbed Canelo. Oh, we should talk about that too. We should talk about that. How's April a bit ago? It's quite a bit ago. Lopez Aljo. That could work. It's only been 5 months since April calmed down. 5 months. That's guys should fight every 4 months. Yusuf Zalal, yeah. John Silva, Aaron Pico, nope. Josh Emmett takes time off. He's charging hands. Brutal KO incoming. Doubt it. Depends on who he fights. If he fights Brian, Josh Emmett will KO Brian Ortega. The Fighting Nerds are the best fighters to ever do it in history. It's not even close. I mean, I still think the Fighting Nerds are the best gym right now. I think the Fighting Nerds are the best gym right now. I truly believe that. Because, like, who's another gym that's, like... And then 24. 23, 30 is... reading chats. All right. We'll save that. Okay. Let's go back to reading stuff. Okay. I actually want to put some stuff on. I still think the Fighting Nerds are good. Let's talk about that first. That's the first thing we can discuss here. Fighting Nerds are good. Best gym in the UFC right now to date. The reason I'm saying that, right? The reason I'm saying that is because no other gym is moving the way they are. They're looking So good. They're just looking good. It's like, yeah, they lost, but the thing is, same with Carlos Prates. It's like, okay, there's so many things to discuss. Carlos Prates, he lost to Ian Gary. He almost won, but he did end up losing to Ian Gary. But one win over Jeff Neal, and look where he's at. His hype is back, right? So all these guys, Kyle Barello, Ruffy, Jean Silva, all they need is like one solid like knockout win. Then they're back. They're back in talks of being, oh, that was just a fluke. I could imagine Prates and Kyle and Ruffy and John all getting KOs in their next fight, and people being like, oh, dude, they just had an off night. Same thing with Beno St. Denis. When Beno St. Denis lost to Dustin, everybody was saying, dude, this guy's not good. This guy's terrible. Now, 2 wins in a row. One of them's over Kyle Prepperlek. Now people are talking about how Beno St. Denis that guy. So people are just fickle. But that's one thing I want to talk about. Second thing, John Silva got caught. It's not like he was getting dominated the whole fight and then got like finished. He was winning the fight. Nice one, Jamal. I'll get to that. Canelo Crawford. Dude, I'm telling you guys right now. I know I say this a lot. It's like, oh, these fights are rigged. It's rigged. Fights are rigged. Canelo Crawford was a fairly, I don't want to say it's rigged, but there was definitely some stuff going on in the pre-fight that's like something's weird. Also, and the reason I'm saying there was something weird going on Canelo Crawford is because Aiden Ross got a call before the fight. And he was told to bet. He put $1 million on Canelo. He was told to take out his $1 million and put it on Crawford an hour before the fight started. So that kind of means someone knew something. He got a call from a higher up. Also, Crawford walked out to Ilya Tapuria's song. And people are commenting on it. They're like, Crawford walked out to Ilya's song. That is Ilya's song. That is 100% Ilya's song. And people are like, dude, that's not Ilya's song, bro. That is Ilya's song. Let's stop it. That is Ilya's song. Canelo 10-7 Crawford every round. 10-7 with 0 knockdowns. I think Canelo was something. And then you know what I thought was really weird? John got caught, Ruffy got dominated. That is very true. That is very true. John got caught, Ruffy got dominated. Don't forget Turkey is Crawford's uncle. Yeah. Why was Canelo like... You can tell there's a difference between the UFC guys and the boxing guys. When boxing guys lose, it's like, we don't care if we lose. Like, Canelo seemed like he didn't care if he lost. Anybody else get that vibe after the fight? Like, Canelo was just like, Via Mexico! And he was screaming Via Mexico. But it's like, dude, you lost in one of the biggest fights of your career. Why are you so happy? Why are you so happy? He didn't make excuses, which is like, I kind of like when guys make excuses, right? No, I don't imagine there being a rematch clause, but because the way the fight went, it was like, it wasn't close at all. But Canelo, I think, does better in a rematch. Does he win? I don't know. But there's something definitely up between Canelo and Crawford fight. Prime Jean Silva would ragdoll Volk. I think... The problem with Volk is that stylistically, I think Jean Silva is a bigger problem for Volk than he is Diego Lopez. Because Lopez always has the ability to KO guys and catch guys off guard with his spams and his hooks and his wildness. Volk never really catches guys. Prime Silva would kill Islam. I said that. I said Silva would potentially move up and beat Islam. But dude, things like this always just sounds... MMA math is just impossible. I need to get a degree. Maybe MMA math doesn't work, but maybe MMA calculus works. I need to focus on calculus here. Because this math is not mathing. Do you see the guys in the front row? Turkey, Mr. Beast, Statham, and Dana look like a Fortnite squad? Yeah, I did. Yeah, you just stole a meme off of Twitter, bro. You don't think I'm seeing stuff on Twitter? I did see that on Twitter. Silva would unironically beat JDM round 2 KO. Unironically would not beat JDM. He would not beat JDM. Wow, no. Not in the slightest. There'd be no chance. But I could see it. I could totally see that, dude. Yo, boys. But we'll see. I mean, boxings happen every once in a while. Let's get Netflix, though. Dude, I had to get Netflix for myself to watch the boxing fight. It's like $7 I had to pay, but I immediately canceled my membership because I'm like, I'm not paying that. I have enough things I have to pay a month. Netflix ain't gonna be one of them when I can watch movies illegally. But they took down, dude, they got rid of all the streams. I don't know who they are, but they got rid of every stream. 15 Dags, 1 Kenny. I can see Kenny killing him. Bro, Kenny has no jiu-jitsu. You know that, right? Kenny, dude, I would probably have to eat like a couple shots. I'd probably have to eat a knee on the way in. I'd probably eat a knee on the way in. But once I get a hold of that body, dude, I'd go for an inside trip, Henry Cejudo style, take him down, trip him, and I'd easily. He probably would go into guard, and he'd know what his guard is, right? He knows what guard is. He knows how to lock his legs for guard, but that's about it. He'd know how to throw punches from guard, but he wouldn't know how to do anything. I would capitalize so easily. Kenny Okoye, I'm taking him down. He locks me up in his guard. I'd control, right? I'd control. He'd probably try to muscle his way up, and I would immediately probably either take his back or get a better position. I'd probably go to at least side control. From there, he would from side control, from mount, from his back. He would not know what to do. He would probably be like struggling. He'd probably have 2-on-1, but I mean, what are you gonna do with that? I'd sub him easily first round. I just have to be careful of like those long limbs and the power. The power is always a problem with Kenny. Damn exposed for being a what? BJJ, UFC BJJ is where it's at. Andrew Tackett wipes 99% of welterweights in BJJ. Yes, Andrew Tackett's. The Tackett bros are literally some of the best at BJJ. So of course they probably wipe the UFC guys in jiu-jitsu. But outside of that, nah, no, shut up. You're also a soy boy. I just disproved you with one motion, no words spoken. Right there, disprove that I'm soy. You have farty, bro. What is Jesus? Damn, Dag is supposed to be being a soy boy, non-sliced. Dag, Kenny has top tier wrestling. He would KO you stiff. Yeah, wrestling, no jujitsu, bro. No jujitsu. Well, Kenny would not be able to stop the constant jiu-jitsu pressure, bro. He'd gas easily. You just have to throw, bro. You'd have to throw a banana on the floor to beat him, like to get him to slip is what you mean, right? You don't mean any sort of other connotations, right? You mean throw a banana to get him to slip on. You mean a banana peel, not a banana, right? Right? Dagger 5'7", Kenny is 6'6". Kenny's not 6'6", he's like what, 6'4", 6'4". I'm not 5'7" either. I'm 5'11", so. Kenny has a foot on you. No, he does not. He does not have a foot on me. He has maybe what, 5 inches on me? No, did he? What if he shoots on you? I'd put him in my guard. I'd lock up my guard, control his posture, and then I'd probably throw up a triangle because he has. What is he gonna do? I'd throw up a triangle or throw up an armbar from bottom, and he wouldn't have any defense. But if not, if he's in my if he takes me down, I'd regain my guard. If he goes to side control, I'd regain my guard. If he's in half guard, I regain my guard. The only problem is that if he takes me down, immediately goes into mount, which is very unlikely. Very unlikely. But even if he goes into mount, I'd just sweep him. I do a little hip bump. If he was in mount, he wouldn't know what to do. So I'd push him down to get low, hip bump him, lean to the side. So you go up, you go like this, and then you turn to that side, right? So if he's in mount, grab the arm, pull it close so he can't post up on this arm, bump up to off balance him, turn to the side that I have the arm, and then I'd end up in his guard, and then I'd pass the side control, and I'd probably set up something from there. Because he wouldn't know how to get out of side control. He'd be stuck in side control. I'd probably go to a crucifix maybe. Maybe from side control I'd go to a crucifix. Or from side control, I'd probably go for an arm bar. So I'm saying it because he's vegan, no other connotations. I don't think he's vegan. I think he's African. Dag Kenny would ground and pound you, unfortunately, and you would tap the strikes? No way. No way. No way. He does have some vicious ground. That's one thing about Kenny you got to be careful of. One thing you have to be careful of with Kenny is he does have some vicious ground and pound, and he does have some nasty strikes, some nasty knees up the middle, that uppercut. These are Kenny's huge weapons that I would definitely game plan for. And then if it was a street fight, I mean, come on. Everybody knows I'm a gi master. So if it was a street fight and he had a shirt on or he had like a jacket on, baseball choke. Dag Coping, what's your opinion on top 5 pound for round rankings, Soy Boy? UFC pound for pound? UFC pound for pound or boxing pound for pound? Because I think boxing pound for pound is still Usyk, Inoue, Crawford. Crawford's number 1. I mean, let's be honest. Dag is coping. Kenny does him like Prates did Magny. Stop it. Stop it. Magny doesn't have my jiu-jitsu skills. He's not even close. And Kenny, the problem is, Prates, Magny, both those guys were at the same height. If Kenny tried to do a spinning elbow on me, it's going right over my head. It's going vroom, vroom. And I'd be like, okay. And then by that point, he misses a spinning elbow. That gives him perfect opportunity to take his back, jump on his back, trip out the leg, take him down, put my hooks in, sync up that rear naked, tap him out. Obviously, UFC, we don't care about fake sports. Very true. All right. What are the rankings here? Ilya, Islam, Marab, Hamza, Pantoja. Okay, I'd reorganize it as Islam 1. This is based on skills. Based on skills, it goes Islam, Ilya 2. So swap these. Hamza, Marab, Pantoja, Volk, Jack. No, Magomed, Jack, Tom. I'd probably do Max Holloway. Then I'd probably do Drickus, Alex, O'Malley, Umar, Piotr. I think the most skilled division is 135, so you gotta include those guys. Because I think 130. I mean, let's look at it. 135. Umar beats Mavzar. Sean beats Volk. Sean beats Volk. Umar beats Mavzar. Piotr Jan beats Lopez. Corey beats Yair. Song Yadong beats Larone. Davison beats Aljo. Cheeto Vera beats Arnold Allen. Mario beats Brian. Font loses. No, Font beats Josh Emmett. Ayman Zahabi beats all of them. Let's be honest. Sean does not beat Volk. Yes, he does. Let's be honest. He does. I mean, who we can? Sean does beat Volk. Why would you think he doesn't beat Volk? That's the better question. It's not about why Sean beats Volk, because that's kind of like a given. KO'd him in the first round. Because Volk has always had a problem with guys with power. I feel like Kenny's one of those. What? I can see one right hand connecting and Dag getting a towel thrown in. No way. Dude, you guys see Claudio Puelles? Me and Claudio Puelles, I was looking at Claudio Puelles. I was like, we're kind of the same. We kind of got the same build and the same look. He's just a slightly, like, if I had a dream build at my current stature, I just want to be like a taller Claudio Puelles. Not someone huge, not someone like, this and that, but he's like a bigger Claudio Puelles. Right now, I'm kind of in between Sean O'Malley and Mavzar in terms of size. I'm like a good mix of Mavzar and Sean O'Malley in terms of stature and size and all that, But my goal would be like a taller Claudio Puelles. I feel like Kenny is one of those guys that would be landing shots like a car crash, but he gets caught in one of those flurries and goes stiff immediately. Yeah, I think I could probably, if I wanted to stand with Kenny and I wanted to make a lot more entertaining fight, I mean, why did I just see smoke? Okay, interesting. If I wanted to make it a lot more entertaining with Kenny, I'd probably take him down, dominate him in the first round with my superior jits. And then from there, probably just fake the takedowns, pop him with that one, right? Fake takedown, pop that one, fake takedown, pop him. And then by this time, he's conditioned that I'm just faking the takedown. I actually shoot the takedown, get him down, and then beat him up from there. And then at that point, everybody would be like, at this point, just finish him. And then I'd probably take Kenny down. He probably wouldn't, his legs wouldn't be there, so he wouldn't even have me in his guard. I'd pass the side control, slice open into mount, get into mount, go into high mount. And then I'd probably triangle him from mount. I'd pull his head close, get my leg behind his head, get my other leg wrapped on my own leg, and I'd probably triangle Kenny if I wanted to make an entertaining fight in the second round. Dag exposed himself as a low-tier legal streamer. Dag only knows East Stream, brother. Nah, meth streams, crack streams, East streams, sportsurge.club. I know lots of them, but the ones I was looking at yesterday didn't work. Imagine Dag gets flying kneed by Kenny. I don't think Kenny would know when to throw a flying knee, to be honest. I don't think he has, I just don't think he's thrown the flying knee enough in sparring to really get it off on me, for sure. But yeah, me and Kenny is definitely a fight in the making in the future. I could totally see that fight happening. Yeah. Sean does not beat Volk. He does. Dude, Sean beats Volk. Because you got to think about it. Merab is one of the most skilled fighters in the UFC right now. Can we all agree on that? Merab is one of the most skilled. He is a top skilled fighter. Like, if there was just Merab was bigger, if there was a bigger Merab in every division, like if Merab weighed 10 pounds more and he was in featherweight, he would probably beat the featherweights. If he weighed 10 pounds more than if 20 pounds more than what he is right now, he'd probably beat the lightweights. 30 pounds more, he'd probably beat the welterweights. So, that being said, lighter man skill with Sean O'Malley over Volk. Sean O'Malley's also a sniper. Volk doesn't have that reach advantage, doesn't have the speed advantage, which he always has, and that's how he has the most success. Reaction advantage. Sean O'Malley's just a more diverse, better Yair. And the reason Sean lost to Merab is because the first fight, he nearly won, and he only had one hip. Second fight, he lost to Merab because he had a broken foot. He was in a cast. You look more like the guy who played Aquaman in Smallville. Bro, making me search up these things all the time. Okay. I totally agree with that. We got the same build, too. Stream and VIP. Yeah, I know about VIP. Yeah, I've seen that. Your ball knowledge? Yeah, I know. I gotta up my ball knowledge. My bad, bro. But I think I want to turn a corner. I want to stop. I always go for obscure roles in all Giga Chads. I know it is really weird. Kenny round 1 KO at 4:59 over Dag. No, dude, you guys know. I'm telling you right now, if Kenny's never trained jiu-jitsu and like a jiu-jitsu gym, he's so fried. He's so donezo. He's absolutely cooked. Guys, I gotta confess something, guys. Guys, I gotta come clean with something before it gets out. Right? I need to come clean with something. I'm not proud of this, but something has been brought to my attention that I'm not proud of, but I will have to address before we go into the future. I will have to be switching to the enemy side. I will do only from now on white background thumbnails. I will only do white background thumbnails from now on.
Bruh.
From now on, I'm only if you cannot beat them, join them. If you cannot beat, I don't know who said that quote. Hopefully it's not someone bad. Whoever said that quote is one of the best. Who said that quote? If you cannot beat them, join them. Where's that quote from? It's unknown who created that quote, but whoever created that quote, that applies here. If you cannot beat them, I'm joining them. I think Bin Laden said that quote. My hero. Bin Laden. Kenny looks like he lacks rear naked defense. Yeah, true. And he probably doesn't train his neck. Like I hit neck on the regular. I'm training neck all the time. Like I'm all the time at night. Like I try to train neck before I go to bed. Just you put a weight on your head and you go lying down. Seriously, Brandon. Did you really try to? You thought you could get me with that? You thought you could get me with this, Brandon? No, you're not getting me with that. Dag training that neck? I am, man. And I have still a fairly skinny neck. Like you can see, I want it to come out like as much. Because I got a big head too. My head's pretty big compared to my body. So I need to train neck. I need to train traps. So I can walk around like this. This is the goal right here. Just walking around. I'm going to go like this for the rest of the day so I can train. Dag training that neck. It's not going to help you and Kenny piston jab connect. Nah, no way, dude. No way. Aesthetic neck, yeah. Oh, I hurt my neck just by sneezing. Oh, ow. Ow, bro. I'm never doing that again. I'm an idiot. Kenny is an arm puncher. Kenny is an arm puncher. Let's get some let's see Kenny Okoye's let's see what he looks like when he's training. Let's see what we're dealing with here.
Collegiate wrestler. What weight class? Heavyweight? Yeah. Collegiate wrestler. What weight class? Heavyweight?
See, so he says collegiate wrestler. He says this guy right here is a collegiate. Let's full screen this. He says this guy right here is a collegiate wrestler. His friend laughs because he's not a collegiate wrestler.
Heavyweight? Yeah. Bro, heavyweight collegiate wrestler.
Collegiate?
You didn't wrestle in college?
No. Play football in college.
Oh, you didn't.
1 year high school wrestler.
Okay, this guy went from collegiate wrestler to 1 year high school wrestler. Let's see.
Very experienced high school wrestler heavyweight. I'm gonna try the last 1 minute. Pause.
Nah, he's toying with him, bro. See, right here, if I was him, see, I would use this leg to hook his leg. So you reach this one over here, and then you can trip him like Henry Cejudo. Because look at this. You get that leg, he's on one leg, and you turn him over this way. So you'd hook that leg and then turn. I mean, come on. This guy's not as agile as me. Oh my gosh. What was that? Let's see that again. Let's see that. So he collar tie, controls the bicep, shoots. See, this is the problem here. This is the problem here. He needs to have this behind Kenny's leg, and he needs to connect his hands. And instead, he falls back on himself. And look at this, look at this, look at this. Ready? Immediately, he doesn't want to go to his back because he's a wrestler, right? Immediately, he doesn't want to go to the back because he's a wrestler. That's what they do. They don't go to their back because that's points. But me, I go to my back. He's in side control. I'd immediately transition out of side control. So, this doesn't prove nothing. This doesn't prove nothing. Let's see if he has anything else. Let's see. Let's. Let's see that again. Let's see that. Let's see if he arm punches here. I mean, look at that. I mean, right here, he's out of position. He's leaning. Look how far he's leaning. Look how open his chin is right here. His hand is not by his chin. Simple mistakes. Until you get to the high level, you need to keep your hands by your face. And look at that. That lead. Look at that. His hand is not. Look at that, dude. If that was me, I'd lead head kick. Lead head kick right there. That's a weapon you have to be careful of. This dildo foot right here. This is his signature technique, dildo foot. I mean, look how long and skinny that is. Crazy. See, I already knew this is a, I already know this is like a, I know this is a weapon I need to be careful of. The knees. I mean, look how he's just so skinny. His legs are so sharp. His knees. He'd gas out. He'd gas out. If he's doing that against me, pff,
Have you ever wondered if you could beat
he would gas out so quickly. Okay. What is this?
Let me teach you how to have the fastest hands of all time, guys. Because you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you guys. My hands are too fast. They should delete the footage. Like, you guys won't believe the speed of my hands. First of all, you gotta get mad strong. Like, you see how I'm mad strong?
Bro, no. Whoa. Back up.
Strong. Like, you see how
This is a peanut under his skin. This is a peanut under his skin. Who are we kidding? Look, dude, this is a literal peanut in his skin. Look at that bicep, and then look at this bicep. Right? Oh, dude, the difference is massive. His little bicep, dude, this big. Mine, this big.
mad strong. Like, my back shot.
That's you guys know the SpongeBob meme? Where's that SpongeBob muscle meme, man? This right here. This is Kenny Okoye right here. This is Kenny Okoye. I mean, there's levels. There's levels. Genuinely levels to this. And Kenny's just not on my level. Let's see what else.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions.
Dodge those two already. Dodge that. Dodge that. Dodge that. Dodge that. Dodge that. Look how open his leg is for a leg kick, bro. Look how open that is. Look at that. I mean, come on. So this is 5'8", dude. Look, this is 5'8". He says this is 5'8". And look how tall he is compared to 5'8". I'm taller than 5'8". I'm 5'11". I mean, he got speed. I'll give it to him. I'm gonna give it to him. He's got speed. He's got power. He's got those knees. Got those uppercuts. The up the middle stuff. I'll just keep moving my head. Keep moving my head. Head movement. Slip. Take down. But I thought the perfect comparison, you versus Kenny, would be Anatoly versus RDR. So true. I'm very much like Anatoly, dude. You wouldn't dodge that quick. His hands are too quick. Nope. Dag. You're not Canelo. Dude, this is me. Patient. You heard Kenny in that clip? This guy was gassed out. This guy would gas out. Did you hear him? He was in that clip. He was just hitting the punching bag, and he was already gassing out. My teep is deadly. My teep. I've been perfecting my teep. I'm my teep deadly. On the feet, with the hands, okay, I might be worse. With my teep and my takedown threat, I mean, he's not throwing kicks on me. He's not. Canelo's quicker with the head movement. Your head movement's too slow. Stay off the center line. Always off the center line. My back. Ow. I got a timeout. Yo, I'm tapping out, bro. I can't do any more head movement. I can't do any more. I hurt my back. But you want to watch some of my clips? Not really at all. Not in the slightest. Injury prone, just like Suarez. Yeah. Dude, me versus Kenny would be Suarez versus Lemos. Me versus Kenny would be Lemos, Suarez. Tatiana Suarez. So true. Except it would be, Now, who's like a good fight? What's like a good fight? It would probably be, me versus Kenny would be, I'm going to hit you guys with a fight you don't even remember seeing. Yanel Ashmuz versus the guy who just fought. What was his name? He's from Reese McKee. No, not Reese McKee. Sam Patterson. Sam Patterson versus Yanel Ashmuz would be me and Kenny. Kenny would be Sam Patterson. I would be Yanel Ashmuz. And that's a fight you've never seen. Because you guys are a bunch of casuals. I thought he meant Luis Suarez. Michael Chandler, Dan Hooker. No, because I'm not a Dan Hooker guy. I'm more of a Yanel Ashmuz guy. I'm definitely more of a Yanel Ashmuz guy, Not super short, but not the biggest for the weight class. Clean, tight boxing, killer ground game. And I would represent Israel. No, I'm kidding. Dag, watch this. Nope. Kenny would be Robbie Lawler, Roy McDonald too. You're Sam Patterson while Kenny's the other guy? You don't even know who I'm talking about. What a casual. You don't even know who I'm talking about, bro. It would not. It would be the other way around. I would be Yanel. He would be Sam Patterson. I would get in on the inside. And because Kenny's so long, the problem with the guys who are long is that, they can't throw short in the pocket hooks. They can't go here because their arms are long. Their range of motion, when they're going this close, like they have to be this close to generate power. You know what I mean? They have to go they're going to be this far. But with me, with my compact muscles and my tight hooks, I'd be hitting them. Boom. Boom. Look at those forearms, dude. Don't have time to spell that? Yeah. You'd be Chandler, he would be Hooker. No, I know what you mean, but I'm not a Chandler. My style is not like Chandler. I'm a high IQ individual. High IQ. I'm not an explosive guy. I'm more of a technician. I'm more of a Volkanovski. You know what I mean? I'm a technician in there. And I'm well-rounded. And I'm a guy who's just outside the rankings, but I'm deadly. Nobody wants to fight me. High IQ, high IQ. You heard me? High IQ. I am the highest IQ. Do an IQ test now. Bro. All right, let me do this. Let me pull up my thing. I can see it being similar to Volk Yair. Yeah, it'd probably be similar to Volk Yair. That's totally accurate. That's totally accurate. Kenny could catch me, but my IQ is way too high for him. Okay, IQ test. Synonyms. Which answer expresses the meaning of the word specified? Reassuring. I would say comforting. Which numbers logically follows a series? 4, 6, 9, 6, 14, 6. It would probably be 19. Easy. Come on. Okay, it's timed. I didn't know it's time. Which of the figures in the bottom row should logically be in the spot? Heart plus 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 star. Heart plus 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 star star. So you add a heart, add a heart. That is obviously what? Dude, this is I mean, come on, this is not easy. What does this even mean? I'm going that one because that makes sense. Which conclusion follows a statement with absolute certainty? None of the stamps collectors is an architect. All the drones are stamp collectors. So drones are stamp collectors, and stamp collectors are not architects. So that means drones are not architects. Oh, you got to match. Okay. So that would be upside down. This is the bottom. That would be upside down. The 4 would be facing up. No, it's not that. Tom has a new set of golf clubs. Using the 8 golf clubs, the ball travels at an average difference of 100 meters. Using a club 7, the ball travels at an average distance of 108 meters. Using a club 6, the ball travels an average distance of 114 meters. How far will the ball go if Tom uses club 5? So 8 is 100, 7 is 108, 6 is 114. Okay, so that's 100. So then that's plus 8. 6 is 3 and 4, 7. So that'd be 8. So that's 122. Which opposite? Tough, cowardly. Tough, tender. Water is a pipe as to electricity is to a wire. Which of the meanings is best fitting for the specified word? Displeasure. Which of the following can be comprised from the loose parts? Oh, Jesus. Nope.
Bruh.
Male, age. Just bullshit test. It's a dumb test anyways. This is a dumb test anyways, bro. Whatever. Trash test. IQ tests don't know what to work. What did you get? Don't lie. Bro, it's no need. No need. No need. No need. You want to see it? It gives you an in-between number, which is just not sufficient. An in-between number is not sufficient in the slightest. It says 105 to 120. Bruh. I'm more on the 120 side for sure. I'm definitely on the 120 side. We could try a different one. Because this one's not legit. I don't know about that one. Okay. I'll try another one. Which of the 5 is least like the other 4? Dog, mouse, lion, snake, elephant. Which numbers should come next in the series? 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. 1, 1, 2. This plus this is 3. This plus this is 5. This plus this is 8. 8 plus 13 is 21. Boom. Which of the 5 choices makes the best comparison? Peach is to HCAEP as 46251 is to. Okay, so P. So 4 is at the end. 1. So that's 6 is E, which is at the end. No. Mary, who is 16 years old, is 4 times as old as her brother. How old will Mary be when she is twice as old as her brother? She's 16 years old, 4 times as old, so her brother's 4. How old will Mary be when she is twice as old as her brother? So 4 and 16. So if she's 20, she's nope. 24. Right? She's shit. Which larger shape would be made if the 2 sections were fitted together? Nope. Nope. This one. Come on, man. Which of the numbers do not belong in the following series? 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 14, 15, 30. 3. No, 30. No, 2, 3, 6. 7. Dude, I'm not doing this. I'm done. I'm done with these. These are stupid games. You know what they say? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Let's not do that. Trick question. Mary died in a car crash. Nice. Can we watch videos? What videos is there to watch, bro? Twitter videos. Let's see what's going on Twitter, mate. Let's see what Twitter is saying, yeah? Anything interesting going on Twitter? What? Canelo Alvarez admits he's now at a stage of his career where a boxing match with Jake Paul is now a real possibility. Ah, jeez. Is it bad that, like, could you imagine the fall off of Canelo if he loses to Jake Paul? Imagine losing to Terrence Crawford and Bivol and then ending up losing. It's ending your career off losing to Jake Paul. That is rough, man. I will do fight LDU or whatever. Anything interesting? Nope. Okay, let's do fight LD. DLE or fight DLE or whatever it is. Alright. You've been watching Canelo for like 14 years. Now you're gonna watch Canelo lose to Jake Paul. What a fall off, man. Do a gay test? Nope. I've been watching Canelo for 14 years. Dag, want to watch my wrestling clips? I posted a few on friend's channel. Not necessarily, no. Alright, ultimate casual test. Who are we starting off with? Let's start off with John Silva. Male. Okay, we got nothing. Let's go Israel Adesanya. And then let's go... Okay, he's middleweight and a light heavyweight. There's not too many that people who did that. Let's go Luke Rockhold. USA? Middleweight, lightweight. Middleweight, lightweight? USA? Middleweight, lightweight. From USA? Let's go... Dan Hendo. Nope. USA, though. He debuted after Luke, before Israel Adesanya. After Luke, before Israel Adesanya? I gotta move my thing out the way. Or go to the other side. No, let's go from top. Uncle Live. Not Jared Cannonier, right? Because he did heavyweight as well. Nope. But they don't have him at heavyweight. Not Daniel Cormier. What year? 2016? USA, middleweight, lightweight, light heavyweight. Is this a generator? No. Style. Striking. Striker, USA, middleweight, light heavyweight. Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be. The way things are going to be, they were going to crucify me. Why driven quotes, bro? Okay. No. So he's fairly recent, so he got to be ranked. Johnny, Robert, nope. Leon, nope. Frankie, Edson, nope. Rakic, nope. Khalil, nope. Nope. Rampage, Randy, nope. Reiner, Rob, Raleigh, Royce, Ryan, Span. Nope. Tito, Tom. Glover, Ilya, nope. Jalen, Peyton, nope. Tatsura, Tito, Tony, nope. Nope, none of these guys. Carlos, nope. Nope. No. No, not Paul Craig. What? Anthony Smith, no, never fought. No. Not from the U.S. Rakic, not from the U.S. Not Chael, no. Daniel, nope. Brunson, Lewis, no. Dude, who? No. Jamal, no. Not Jalen, nope. Yuri, no. Walker, no. Who could it be? I went over the answer? He never fought a middleweight. He recently retired? It's not Anthony Smith. Can't be. It's Anthony Smith. When did he fight at middleweight? When did he fight at middleweight? Anthony Smith fought at middleweight before? When was his last middleweight fight? What? Did he like debut at middleweight or something? Oh, bro, this guy started his career at middleweight. Are we seriously doing that? Are we seriously doing that? This guy started his career at middleweight. That's what we're doing. All right, bro. All right, gay Peyton Tabit. Nope. Who's gay? John Jones? Nope. Haircut? Adesanya? Nope. U.S. Gay U.S. haircut? Who's gay from the U.S. who has a haircut? Dude, are you guys doing good on these? Boxer? He's a chair in a corner. It's not Ian Gary. He's not from the U.S. Is it a girl? It's not a girl, right? It's a guy. Why'd I do 4? Not. Do not. Oh! He's not gay. It's his rainbow hair. It's rainbow hair, U.S. striker, sniper. Fuck. I should have gotten that. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Oh, it's got to be Habib, dude. Fuck. It's got to be Robert. Nope. Frankie Edgar. Oh! Easy. This is always super easy. This is Anderson Silva. Dude, these ones are way too easy. These blurred ones are always way, way, way too easy. Bruh. It resets daily, right? It doesn't reset whenever you refresh the page. Do you do this on the daily? Yeah, so it doesn't reset whenever you refresh the page. Interesting. Those are so easy. Do more? They got no more. They don't have any more. I think I'm getting better, dude. The quotes are so hard because nobody is listening to a Frankie Edward quote. Nobody listens to Frankie Edward quotes. Like, that's just Edgar quotes. There's no way. Dude, what's a good... I want to see David Benavidez versus Crawford. Make that fight. You've taken forever on Anthony Smith. Dude, I know, but I mean... I would have taken forever. Anthony Smith is a middleweight, apparently. Why we shouldn't even consider him a middleweight, let's be honest. Dude, these guys are so bitter. So they were talking. Bro, Diego Lopez, I mean, let's be honest, John Silva was justified in pushing Diego Lopez purely based on the fact that Diego Lopez went to his corner and started talking crap. Like, yeah, you beat John Silva, but first off, you clipped him. You didn't even dominate him, you clipped him. So let's ask a question. Let's get a question in the poll. What's a more entertaining sport? Boxing or MMA? That's my question of the day. You would have taken forever and yeah. Let's watch Dexter versus Duax at the harbor. Just staring at a screen. I was typing, sorry. Sean being Christian, acting out in hate makes him a religious hypocrite. Not in the slightest. He wasn't acting out of hate. Diego Lopez went over and started talking to John Silva's corner. Anything else interesting? The fighting nerds were look at Derek Brunson, bro. Look at this guy on Twitter. He says the fighting nerds were undefeated before this skit with Nina. After this video, they're 0-4. I'm not saying, but I'm saying. Dude, this is very true. This is very true. This is very true. Nina drama, the Nina drama curse has been one of like the few curses. The Drake curse has been proven wrong. The what other curse is there? Drake curse, over 36, over 35 curse disproven. Lots of quotes, or lots of things have been proven wrong, except for the Nina drama curse. John calls himself Lord when Christ is Lord. Religious hypocrite strikes too, inshallah. Bro, it's a UFC nickname. He's not discrediting the Lord because of his UFC nickname, bro. Let's stop. Sean O'Malley, by the way, does not have a chair in the corner of his hair, by the way. Just saying. He doesn't have a chair in the corner of his room. Imagine humiliating yourself like that. Yeah. Yeah. Imagine. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. Dude, I don't know. John felt like an idiot. He could have won if he wanted to. Yeah, I know. He just got I think Jean Silva was fighting as if when he got taken down, he almost thought he immediately lost the round and he was trying to win the round back. Like John Silva would get taken down and he was so like either hyped up from getting taken down or he was Or he was like, he wanted to win the round once he got taken down. I almost ended the stream by accident. Oopsies. Yo, I want to show you guys a teaser for a video I got coming up. Let me show you guys a teaser of a video I got coming up. John slips, and they're swinging in the pocket, trying to land. Dude, no way this goes 5 rounds, right? Oh my gosh. And John Silva backs Diego Lopez. All right, that's it. That's all you get. That's all you get. You don't get the cool moment. You don't get my reaction to that. Look up Kenny. What am I looking him up on? Bro, what am I looking this up? I don't know what this is. Nothing comes up. That's why Islam refused. That's why Islam and Habib refused that. Oh, Nina Drama? Yes. That is very true. Islam knows. But Chimaev did an interview with her, but I don't imagine Chimaev doing another one. I think genuinely there's huge curses attached to the name. Can we... That one's last minute. No. We're not doing that. Master Clutch.
Boxing history. If they were to run about sports...
Interesting. Hopper MMA. Saw his thing pop up on my thing. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. It's part of my studio. Bro, let's go. Kenny Coy claims he deleted that Kirk post because Kirk died. He shouldn't have posted it in the first place. Yeah, no duh. Oh, really? I mean, I could have told him that a long time ago. I mean, I think Kenny is a MMA YouTuber, bro, from like Nebraska. I don't know. This guy seems a little bit like, no duh. You should not have spoken about it. You're not that guy. Most of your fans are a bunch of brain rot Dagestani glazers. like let's be honest. It's funny. It is funny that he posted that. And he thought it was like, yeah, listen, this is me, bro. Like, you're not KSI, buddy. You are not KSI. I told him that and people started defending him. I know, but you're dealing with a bunch of like... You're dealing with like TikTokers, bro. You're dealing with a bunch of TikTokers. Like, that's what you got to realize. Kenny's from Nebraska. Me and Marty beat him 2005 state wrestling match. Yeah. Same with Terrence Crawford, man. Terrence Crawford, I'm pretty sure. Guys all teamed up. Extremely recently, bro. Population. Kenny's college washed. Yeah, he is. College washed? What is that? I don't even, yeah, sure. Don't know what that means, but yeah, I agree. I totally agree with your whatever position you're holding upon Kenny. Dude, we need to get Kenny. Kenny is our number one target right now. Kenny is our first target. Then who's after Kenny? Once we pass Kenny, dude, then MMA Joey's our next target. And then once we take out MMA Joey, then we go for MMA Shay, and then we go for Bedtime, and then we go for MMA Guru, and then after that we go for Mighty Mouse. Those are the guys who are on our. Those guys are on our list, on our list of guys we need to take out. They brainwashed your brain in college. Who should Crawford fight next? He probably should retire. Crawford should retire? I'd like to see Benavidez fight, but I wonder if he can still make 168. He had a problem. Didn't he move up to like 170 something? I don't know. There's too many weight classes. Too many fighters. The thing is, Crawford could fight like a literal nobody in his next fight and still make millions of dollars. So I doubt he's going to fight like someone actually. I doubt he's going to fight a Benavidez. I want to see Canelo Benavidez. That'd be good. But Canelo just seems a little bit small for 158. Like he seems like almost like a. He still seems like a lot smaller. But can we watch Big Bang Theory clips? No. Crawford got nobody to fight. That's why I think he should retire. And he's pretty old. He's 37. But it's so weird. In boxing, it's like, even guys who are old, it's like, maybe Crawford should fight the winner of Mayweather Mike Tyson. Mayweather Mike Tyson. Crawford Bivol. Yes. Crawford Beterbiev. Crawford Beterbiev, because Beterbiev has the belts. We're forgetting Beterbiev is the guy with the belts right now. Or no, Bivol is the guy with the belts. Beterbiev won the first one. Bivol won the second one. So. It's your generation. Congratulations. Congratulations. Dude, these white background thumbnails are actually just like the biggest cheat code. They're just such big cheat codes, man. It's actually crazy. Crawford versus Bivol. My brother. Crawford versus Bivol. Crawford said Cody is the best boxer in the UFC. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just boys, though. I'm pretty sure they just know each other. It's not like he actually believes Crawford's. I mean, he doesn't watch. I don't think he watches UFC like that. So I don't think he knows who the fighters are. Because if he actually watched the sport, then he would know that Chimaev's the best boxer in the UFC right now. But I do want to see Crawford versus Beterbiev. I think that'd be a huge fight. What weight class is Beterbiev? Light heavyweight is what? What's light heavyweight in boxing? He's What weight class is light heavyweight though? Boxing light heavyweight. 165 to 178. Never mind, that'd be too much. Do you see Kaisen at this? I don't know. Crawford out. We're not. Nope, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not, dude. We're not doing that, dude. Alic. Did you guys see this? So sad. So utterly sad. We needed John Silva to win, man. We needed John Silva to win. Sucks so bad. Ilya's vacating lightweight to fight Crawford. He's not. And he's not. I mean, why putting Georgian flags? Ilya's born in Germany, grew up in Spain. What are you talking about? Georgian flags, bro. Boxing's like super middle light heavy welterweight interim champ. Yeah, boxing be like super mega middle light heavy welterweight interim champ. Yeah, of the WBC, WBO. Ngannou versus Wilder. How do you think it would go? I heard Wilder's fighting Ruiz. Isn't he fighting Ruiz? I don't know. Probably Ngannou would beat Wilder. I just think Wilder's so trash. He's so bad. He's so incredibly terrible. Like, that's how you know boxing's terrible. When Wilder's at the top of the sport, when we have guys like Aspinall, Gane, Volkov, Almeida, Blades, like, those guys are deadly. In boxing, they got Wilder, Usyk. Like, let's stop playing. Usyk's good, but like, there's no skills. You're going with the scenario, Yair Movsar for the winner of Lopez Volk 2. Lopez Volk 2 should not happen. No. Lopez Volk 2 is not happening. We need to do Volk Laronche. Volk Laronche. Laronche Murphy versus Volkanovski. We need to do that, and then Yair Movsar. Sure, we could do that. Or even Lopez Movsar rematch. That'd be a good fight to have. That'd be a great fight to have, actually. I think the UFC just hates Movsar. I think the UFC really does hate Movsar. Alright, I'm dipping this stream. I'm going to come back tonight. I'll be back tonight. I don't know what the topic is going to be. So Murphy Yair. No, Murphy Volk. Murphy Volk. 2 guys with 40+ fights holding belts. Yeah, I know. Took 5 minutes to read all the boxing titles of Canelo Crawford before the fight even started. Yeah, Drew. They always do that. Alright, I'm dipping. I'm going to be back tonight, though. We'll see. I might post something tonight as well. But I know I got to record some stuff tonight, too. Thank you guys for being here. I'll be back tonight. It's been your boy, Dagestan. Thank you, boys. Peace. See you tonight.